Look who just showed up.
I know.
Look
I know all about it. I watched
his
4.5-second podcast. It was short.
Double D.
I know all about it.
He's here
bro.
to play.
18 million views. 4 million views.
Davey Dobrik.
Davey D.
Was
Brand
that a
new.
full vlog, the 7 minutes? That's just a rant one of you boys do for like 7 minutes.
He's calling it a podcast. So wait, just so I'm clear, is that how long all of the?
Can't be. No.
That can't be possible.
It's
right?
not a podcast.
His set looks beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he killed it. That kid, he doesn't really make any missteps.
He's not a big
these days.
misser.
Yeah, he's killing it. So yeah, his podcast views in his brand new, what is it, like $9.8 million house. He put a podcast studio in there, and it's interesting because he was audio only, and now it looks like he's going to be visual as well as audio, which is exactly what we are. And we've heard that since we aren't audio only, kind of fucks us a little bit sometimes.
It does.
We almost shot ourselves in the foot because we say we're the #1 podcast in the world, right? And like, if you were to add up the views and the listeners, probably
We'd be close. We'd be close.
we'd probably be top 10. But we
top
can't
five,
we
top
cannibalize ourselves because all our shit is on YouTube. We're visual, right? We're expressive. We got Caleb over there, like with the camera, which is also
Was that
acts
a
as
Gluck Gluck 9000?
also acts as a character in a way and contributes to the comedy. We got CJ on the cuts.
But
CJ, yo, no one cuts like CJ.
Nah.
This dude's comedy cut. I've never seen anything like it. It's great.
But it's more than just the video views on YouTube itself cannibalizing the audio views. It's the lack of new awareness as a result of us not being in the top 5. Like when you scroll that top 10 podcasts in the world list, or when you scroll, because if we had done the Mike Tyson episode audio only, we would have had the #1 podcast that week on all of audio. Now the idea of that on Spotify or on Apple and all of the awareness that comes along being at the top of the chart there just drives more listenership.
Can I ask our audience a question?
Allow him to have video. Spotify wanted him to be audio only, and he said, "No, I'll only do this deal."
Well, he's
'cause
always
he started
been
with
video,
video.
yeah. But regardless,
I want to ask a question to the audience because this is one of the solutions I had for the Puerto Rico ex-California Impaulsive crossover to make it continue. If we did go audio only, like I'm sitting at my house in PR and y'all are here, it's one way to continue it. But I understand it's not ideal, right? Like we want to keep the show going, but please comment below what your honest thoughts are about that. But yeah, Dobrik'S is going to be interesting to see what happens because he has such a cultural pull that he can get some awesome A-list guests on there pretty much probably every week and start slashing his way up the rankings. He's already really high, but yeah, obviously top tier celebrities love him. If he can nail that podcast, it'll be interesting to see what happens with it.
It's just, and by the way, best of luck to him. I hope he crushes it. But it's not always as you know, the podcast game is simply just not about who you can get on the show. That definitely helps drive new viewers. It definitely helps, get people onto the platform. But the podcast game is about long form storytelling, about camaraderie between co-hosts, is about pulling the right topics together, talking about the right things. And so I think from an awareness generation standpoint, having those kind of guests on, but we're where we are because we've had 260 consecutive episodes of building this thing, and talking about the right things and stuff. So I'll also be interested to see how long the episodes are. I mean, 7 minutes is not really a podcast.
No.
It's a vlog.
It was a preview. It was a preview with
got
Halsey.
it.
His dream is to be like a late night talk show, and the way he set it up is like that.
And it will be perfect.
It's perfect. I've said it on this show before. I think he's this generation's like Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, right?
Yeah,
and
absolutely, 100%.
I read a quote in an article of his. Is like, why would he not just do that himself at his house
100%.
in his own studio? Like, why does he need to go on a late night show and get paid a salary instead of owning his entire IP?
I guess, right? Or not,
Yeah, but I mean, digital is the new age, man. Digital's the new age.